All right, we're once again being joined by our correspondent Dharam Jodhkar. Dharam, initially I think today till now the court has strongly focused on the doctors returning to service. They had initially mentioned it last time in the previous hearing as well. They said that the doctors need not fear, they can return. But today it has been a lengthy discussion. Any key takeaways from here? Because the court wants them to return and take up regular service and their activities at the hospital, which can't function without the resident doctors.
Well, Shivan, as you rightly pointed out, we saw on Tuesday how the CGI had personally, sent out a public assurance to the doctors to resume their duties because their case has been taken note of and is also on priority for the justice system. But soon after the first hearing, we saw a bunch of mixed reactions coming from different medical associations and doctors across India, Shivan. So we saw some associations and some resident doctors in Delhi abandoned their strike, saying that they were satisfied with the fact with how the case has been taken up in the Supreme Court. But a bunch of major associations, especially the Resident Doctors Association, the AIIMS doctors, AIIMS resident doctors, and the FIMA, which is the Federation of the All India Medical Association, doctors under these particular boards still continue their strike. As we just heard a short while ago, a lot of representation from resident doctors who are asking for some sort of, their own representation at the National Task Force. We saw on Tuesday how the NTF was announced by the CGI to take up matters on working conditions and the overall framework of India's medical infrastructure as far as safety and other issues concerning the duties, the timeline, and all of those things are concerned for the doctors. But today we saw the Delhi Medical Association and the Resident Doctors Association being represented in court as well, seeking some sort of representation as a part of the committee. But we heard the CGI a few moments ago mentioning that all associations as part of a list will be given time and an opportunity to present their suggestions and their concerns in front of the NTF. So those are some developments that long term we will be looking into in terms of how they pan out, what kind of suggestions come out of the entire commission that has been created just 2 days ago.
Yes.
So at the moment, very early stages, Shivan, in terms of how this case will proceed. We're seeing mixed reactions from the doctors, of course. We still don't know how many of them will return to work, even though the CGI has been giving multiple assurances to the doctors in terms of the fact that their grievances will be taken serious consideration of.
Yes, and they've also assured that they will give a general order. Of course, that will include the interests of the doctors. Strong words have been used. The council has said that the doctors are in fact terrorized. There have been reports of several of the doctors who were residents there at the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital. They've actually abandoned the hospital at this point. They've returned to their home states and their home cities out of fear of what happened with the riots that took place and the vandalism that took place at the hospital when they were protesting. So there is a lot of fear amongst the doctors. Of course, the Supreme Court is trying very hard to assure them that they will be protected and they need to return to their regular service for the hospital's regular learning, and so that the common man or the poor man, whoever is coming there, is not left to lurch and left for unending hours for their treatment. Of course, in the absence of the resident doctors, the majority of the pressure of the work has fallen on senior doctors who are there holding the fort and manning the fort at this point. This is a Supreme Court hearing on the vandalism and the incident of rape and murder which took place at the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata. The hearing is still ongoing. We will be tracking this closely. For now, we'll move further.